Welcome, everybody. I know this is exactly the show that all of you have been waiting for, been waiting all week. It is now Tuesday, 5:30. We're going live, as always, on the channel. I'm just kidding, guys. Welcome to the channel. This is Sam Golovey. I'm really excited to get this going with you guys. Now that we've been starting to do this weekly, I'm getting more used to going live. And I'm really enjoying seeing some of you guys log in each time with us and join us. So let's make this a thing. As always, during this process of live, let me know your comments. Drop it down in the chat, especially today. We have a very interesting topic. Let us know as we're talking about certain topics. If you want me to expand on something, drop it down in the chat. And always, like, comment, subscribe, do the whole thing. So today it's going to be a very interesting topic. It's going to be actually based off of our topic last week. We were talking about what are the 5 top places to live in Sacramento. I got a lot of buzz and feedback on that one. So I figured, hey, why don't we go with one of the hottest areas and kind of expand a little bit deeper in knowledge and kind of understanding about this city. So today we're talking about living in Folsom. We're going to talk about also moving to Folsom. What are some options and all the great things that are surrounding Folsom and maybe even some of the negative things around Folsom. Okay, so we're going to hop into it. The first and foremost thing is, since I have kind of clients and people typically running to this channel that are more looking to buy or sell real estate, I'm going to start off with that. I'm going to talk about more of the market statistics and kind of what's going on with pricing. What can we expect if you are looking to buy in the Folsom area? So before we kind of continue, what do you guys think about this little sign right there? I made that just this morning. I am stepping up my game on the lives and everything about it. So I want to jump into this really quickly. Let me pull it up here. So I'm going to talk about pricing. As you guys will see in this graph, a lot of things going on here. So this is talking about basically the general pricing in Folsom as of right now. If you see that blue bar running up and down all the way to the right, I've highlighted, circled it right there at 714, as you'll see that number at the bottom. That is the median price sold right now. So the median price sold in Folsom is 714K right now as of closed sales. And this is for last month. I pulled these stats just this morning off of the MLS, which is kind of the main real estate website for all the transactions going on, showing you what's on the market, what's going on. So this is closed sales. So the median price is right around 714,000. Now, what's interesting to note back to this graph is if you see that squirrely green line all the way at the top, that's going to show you your average price for sale right now. So the average price of a home that's on the market right now, and that is about $894,000. So as of last month, the average price that was on the market was listed at about $894,000. Now, a lot of people sometimes pay attention to the average. I don't as much. I look more for the median price sold because that's going to give me kind of that middle factor out of the high-end homes and the lower-end homes. As far as average, that specific month, you could have had a few homes that were multi-million-dollar homes that sold, and you just had a few of the lower-end ones, so it causes the average to go up. So that's why I don't always pay too much attention to it, but it is good to know the stats for that, okay? So I'd say if you're shopping in the Folsom area, yeah, you're looking to be starting in that 700s mark, pushing into the 800s even now, and of course higher. Folsom does carry some of those more luxury homes. You can easily hit the 1 million mark or more right now, okay? As far as what is the average price per square foot, now, guys, hang in with me. I know some of you guys don't really like all the numbers and too much of the analytical stuff, but I want to just break it down for the people that are seriously looking to shop and want to know what's it going to take to buy a home here. I'll get into the fun stuff in a little bit. But as far as the average price per square foot, if you see that last bar on the right there, we're looking at $352 per square foot right now. As you can see, if you pay attention on the bottom, it's going to give it to you by the months. So that's as of last month, $352 a square foot. It's crazy. If you look back all the way to last June, it was at $276 a square foot. So if you've been in the market, you've been looking around and you still kind of been waiting for the last year, you're at $276 a square foot. Now you're all the way up at $352 a square foot on the average, which is crazy to see. And that's just the general pace of the market. It's just been continuously increasing. A lot of people that have been buying homes in the last 1, 2, 3 years are already seeing tremendous gains on the values for their homes right now. So there is always a cost of waiting. There's always an opportunity cost with the market, especially with Sacramento. It's been such a developing and thriving metropolitan area lately. I mean, I really think that we are becoming kind of like that new Bay Area and new mini LA. I mean, so many things, so many businesses, so much development is coming into the area. And it's really had a lot of people putting their eyes on the city and wanting to move out here. And so, I want to bring this up real quick in response to my logo. My new logo is fire. Just wanted to let you guys know that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I am working on the graphic designs, video editing. My life is currently changing dramatically right now. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Okay, so bouncing right back into this, I want to kind of get into the meat and potatoes, why we want to live in Folsom, California. Okay, so we've seen that the properties have definitely been going up in values, increasing. In my opinion, Folsom's kind of becoming more of like a luxury market, and this kind of attracted a lot of people that have, higher incomes and are able to afford it here. It's a beautiful area, bringing in a lot of new development, but it also has those older established roots, and we'll kind of go into that here in a little bit. So you kind of saw what the prices are doing, and you might have heard that the market's also kind of quick paced right now. Everything's moving really fast. Well, you're not too far from the truth, because here we go. Days on the market. So if you look at this little orange bar all the way to the right, the average days on the market for a home to be sold in Folsom right now is 8 days. So we're looking at literally a week and 1 day for a home to get into contract and start getting sold. That's crazy. Okay, so things are moving kind of quick, but never fear. I want to show you guys some options about moving into Folsom, that in case you don't want to purchase on the secondary market, there's always options to go brand new. As you guys know, if you've been following the channel, I am the new builds guy. I am the new builds guy. I know everything there is to know about new builds. I love it. I love new development. I love all the new development coming into the area. So I'm staying on top of that. If you guys ever have any questions about purchasing brand new, let me know. Follow our channel, and we're continuously pumping new homes, because we want to do that. We want to show you guys the greatest content. We want to show you guys all the best homes that are on the market right now. All right, so here we are. This is just a quick general map of Folsom, just to kind of let you guys know where we're at. If you're from out of town, tuning in, wanting to see, okay, what's going on here? As you can see, that highlighted upper right portion, Folsom basically cradles under the south side of Folsom Lake. And now if you look at the very bottom of that highlighted portion, you can see that there's a highway 50 running right there. Folsom is actually extending down south right there. And those are the two new communities actually just south of that Highway 50 that I want to talk about. So if you're considering purchasing a home in Folsom, and you're kind of thinking, hey, I'd rather go the new build route. I want to see what the new development's like. I like new. I like the smell of new. I like the feel of new. I always buy new. This is the place to go. Here's the first one, Folsom Ranch. This is the place to be. I got to tell you guys, if I wasn't so focused on Highway 80 and living and working here, this is the place I'd go. Folsom Ranch is absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. They're building a ton of homes there. Something like 11,000 homes are coming into that general community just right there. And it's really developing and picking up the pace for the community, because there's also going to be a ton of nature trails, parks, brand new schools. There's something like 5 new elementary schools moving into that general area, which is crazy. So it's a lot of development. Now, one thing that's very interesting, I was just reading at the SACB the other day, I wanted to bring this up. There is actually a potential water shortage. So developers, people, Folsom people, as you can see, Folsom Lake here, it's looking more like a gigantic puddle. It's one of our main reservoirs here. I think it's something like the 9th largest reservoir in California. So it holds a lot of the water that we're using in the general area. Now, what people are saying with all this new development coming in, they're a little bit worried about the water supply being able to feed all these, well, not feed, but bring enough water to all these people and the usage. So it's very interesting because the SACB came out with an article, and it's basically says like this, says something like this. I'm going to read this to you guys. Folsom has added roughly 9,000 residents in the last 6 years. And California's latest drought arrives as the city is in early stages of building a subdivision that someday will include 11,000 homes. There it is. Folsom Ranch is south of Highway 50, as I've explained to you guys, and they're questioning the city's ability to supply that development. So as you can see, there's some serious worries about if there's going to be enough water to supply Folsom Ranch. Now, of course, California's been in droughts before, and of course we are in again. So it's one of those kind of seasons that we need to just kind of get through. But this is a serious issue that most people are kind of considering. There have been some kind of city and local restrictions of getting people to reduce the overall use in Folsom of water. But I personally wouldn't be too worried about it because they are putting in new measures. I was reading kind of more thoroughly into this. They are getting the new developments, basically, such as Folsom Ranch, to pay for the waterways and to access those waters in different ways coming to the development. So personally, if I was still looking in the community, I wouldn't be too worried about it. But another awesome community. So if you're thinking about Folsom Ranch, but you want some options, there's another beautiful community that's literally right next door, and it's this one. This is Russell Ranch. So Russell Ranch is one of my favorites. As you can see here, I've also put on this list some of the main developers that are building right there. You have Gold Hill, Iron Ridge, Silvercrest, and Steel Canyon. I even have a client that's shopping in Gold Hill specifically right now. For the price point of those homes, you're looking more a little bit more luxury. Gold Hill, it's a name unto itself. It's really an awesome community that's kind of almost like on a hill or a ridge. This community is amazing. They're starting at about 1.1, 1.2 million. So as you can see, the price point is definitely going up for the more luxury homes in the area. Now, I know when I mentioned 1 million and up, that probably scared some of you guys, but you guys have to see these homes. I mean, they're absolutely stunning, gorgeous, really even semi-custom for a tract development, beautiful views. I mean, from some of these homes on the lots, you can see downtown from your backyard. So definitely might be worth the money. All right, moving forward, I want to show you guys a few more things about Folsom if you're thinking about getting into the area. Enough about the new builds. Real quick note on the new builds. If you guys are ever thinking about purchasing new, reach out to me and my team. We're going to put our information down below. As always, you guys can always ask us questions or get a list of all the new and coming developments in the area. Here we go. The new build. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Thank you very much for the support. I am the new build guy. All right. So I want to talk about some of the things as far as moving into the area, some of the great things about Folsom, some of the not so great. So as far as jobs, you're looking to move into the area. You might be one of my clients that's transferring, maybe even from the Bay Area. That's very popular right now. So as far as tech jobs, you have Intel, huge headquarters of Intel there. You have quite a few hospitals, one of the main ones being, I believe it's Mercy by Dignity Health. So you still also have the healthcare jobs as well. I was looking at the demographics for what kind of jobs are people having that are living in Folsom, what kind of jobs they're looking for. A lot of them are in tech. And it's interesting to say that even some of my clients that have moved their tech companies, for some reason, they are getting their offices in the Folsom area. They like the overall area. They think it's got a big future potential. They're probably even avoiding kind of the rustle and bustle of downtown right now. So Folsom is definitely one of those spots that is having people's eyes in the commercial space, in the retail space, and of course, in the residential space. Now, what are some things to do in Folsom? You've never been to Folsom, kind of trying to figure out what to do in Folsom. So I want to jump to this. Let me pull this up here. Boom, here we go. This is historic Folsom. This is a picture right in historic Folsom. I didn't take this. I stole it off Google. So there's my full disclosure. No, I'm just joking. But historic Folsom is amazing. This is kind of the older part of Folsom. You can drive into, get food, hang out, Go on a sweet date. If you guys are ever in historic Folsom and looking for some jewelry, a nice new Rolex, check out Roman Jewelers. That's one of our friends over there that owns a shop. They're awesome. They'll take care of you. I also love just going there and strolling there in the evenings. They got a low lit light feel. And also, if you're done eating, hanging out at the cafe, right next door is the Rainbow Bridge, the historic bridge right behind it as well. This is a very popular area to walk to. There's a ton of nature trails just up and down the river right here that you can follow and go through, and definitely enjoy it in the evenings. Highly recommend, 10 out of 10. Now, another thing that I would consider too is actually going back to this photo right here. This is Lake Natoma right here. So you'll see that this was originally the American River, but as the Folsom Dam came in and water preservation and things like that, that river kind of turned into a water space that now many people are just honestly using to their pleasure. It's basically a lot of it is actually state park too. You can drive in. A lot of people do the stand-up paddleboarding there. There's no wakes from big boats typically, so you can go kayaking, walk the nature trail, swim. Really peaceful setting. It's really popular right now, especially Sacramento, hitting triple digits as a normal right now. So that's might be something that you might want to look into. Go check it out. Just enjoy the water. Maybe enjoy historic Folsom as well. I want to drop into the comments real quick before I go too far, because I know I got some of you guys getting on over here. Here we go. Steven asks, would you live in Folsom or somewhere out of state? Would I live in Folsom or somewhere out of state? You know, if I'm going to be really honest, I would love to live in Folsom. I think Folsom's beautiful. I joke with some of my clients that Folsom's the promised land of Sacramento. You know, it's the place to be. It's got a lot of future development. I think as far as value over time, it's a good choice. But if would I live out of state? I think so. I think I would definitely choose potentially Siesta Key, Florida, Sarasota area. That's my kind of feel. I love having a boat in my backyard and being able to go out into the open water. So if I ever did that, that'd be my choice. Okay, but not anytime soon. So I'll be seeing you guys around and selling in Folsom. All right, let's jump into another question. Here we go. Are you going to do home tours for the new builds coming to Folsom? Absolutely. Actually, we have a few in the queue that are getting edited right now. If you guys are going to be following the channel, remember the whole like, comment, subscribe thing. Stay in tune. We're going to be coming out in the next few weeks, especially the higher end homes. We're going to start showing some of the ones that are like 1 million, 1.2, 1.5 million, what that can get you, especially on the eastern side of Folsom. I should say the southeastern side of Folsom, which is going to give you all that development and all those options with the brand new builds. And someone else asked, can you please take me on a tour of the river and Lake Natoma? Absolutely. I actually have a paddleboard and some kayaks. If you guys ever wanted to, this is going to be a sneak peek. I know I typically doing the house thing, but if you're ever interested in doing something a little bit more active, I'm your guy. All right. So jumping on to, I want to get back to the topic here. You guys are killing me with your comments. Just kidding. Keep it going. Actually, I'm loving that. So let's talk about some of the nature trails. I was talking a little bit about Lake Natoma, some of the trails there. Here's a famous one, Johnny Cash Trail. So some of you guys have ever heard of the album that Johnny Cash put out. I think it was in the 50s or 60s, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere right around there. Came out with Folsom Prison Blues. Really famous like album song set that they did. And he actually, I believe, ended up coming out here. So they, in commemoration of him, basically next to Folsom Prison, boom, maybe some of the bad things about Folsom, they actually did a kind of honorarium trail for him. It's really cool. There's pictures of that too, him standing in front of one of the main kind of bridges on the trail. But that rolls me into another point. Most people don't know this that are from out of the area, but Folsom has a huge prison in the area, and it's just south of the Folsom Lake. I'm pretty sure the inmates even have views from their jail cell of Folsom Lake. It's a bad joke, but it's crazy. So a lot of people don't consider that, but I mean, I personally wouldn't worry about it too much. If anything, a lot of people say that the officer enforcement has increased because of that. So you can probably rest assured that you're pretty safe. The crime ratings are pretty safe in the general Folsom area as well. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay, going back to some of the things to do in Folsom. We'll jump into this. Boom. This is the Palladio. This is one of the most kind of, I guess you could say, famous or popular places to shop. It's not just a Whole Foods market right there, as you can see in the photo, but Palladio is one of the places to be. In the summers, they even have live concerts, these small live concerts going on. There's a lot of food places, amazing food places. There's even a theater, ton of shopping, cool place to hang out. If you're ever bored on a Friday night, I'd definitely go there and highly give it a thumbs up. Check it out. Also, there's a new restaurant that just came in, Iron Horse Tavern. It's just eating there with a few clients. Amazing place if you guys want to check it out. That brings me to another note. As far as Folsom goes, with a lot of the restaurants and eating places that were kind of famous in the Midtown, downtown area, they're actually moving up into Folsom as well, or creating another branch. As you'll see, Zocalo there, as I mentioned, Iron Horse Tavern, and a few other local great places to eat. I think even McCooney's is there. So definitely a place that's got plenty of options for you guys. That's another huge point about Folsom versus other cities in the area. Last but not least, I want to talk about, okay, you're bored of Folsom. You want to do something on the weekend. I want to show you guys what you can do kind of outside. You want to do a little day trip, a little half trip. So I want to jump to this. You also have just east of Folsom, El Dorado Hills, which is also a beautiful community if you want to up your game, or even thinking about some of the neighboring communities in the area. El Dorado Hills would be a top pick for me as well. But if you want to go further up the hill, let's say you're taking Highway 50 east. On the camera, it's the opposite way, east. You can go up to Amador County. You can also go up to Placerville, Apple Hill. So what's in Amador County? That's about an hour drive, but Amador County is really known for its new up-and-coming wine trail. They're having these boutique little wineries, microbreweries. If you're into that type of thing, a lot of people just go up there and hang out. It kind of has like a little mini Napa feel without the Napa prices, and it's really cute, petite, and it's definitely a cool place to check out in the fall. Another thing to do in the fall is, as I've mentioned, is Apple Hill. So this place is really popular. If you want to go up there, get a fresh pie, hang out with the family, go to the pumpkin patch, do the whole thing. As you can see here, they have wine trails there as well. If that's what you're into, but definitely a cool place to hang out in the fall and late summers. Another thing is you also have El Dorado National Forest. Now, this is something more that I'm into. I'm an outdoors person. If you're ever looking for a hike or anything like that, you just take 50 east and it'll take you into El Dorado National Forest. From there, you have access to, dozens of lakes, micro lakes. I'm going to be even up there this weekend camping with my family. Plenty of places to fish, nature trails, hike, waterfalls, all the things. If you're ever interested in that, you can even text me as well. I can send you some good options. But those are some things to do. And last but not least, this is a good one, Lake Tahoe. You can always, in an hour, hour and a half, get to South Lake Tahoe. And of course, drive all of Lake Tahoe. It's amazing one-day experience, or even a few days if you want to get a cabin out there. I know a few places, and I know a few property managers out there. If you're looking for a quick Airbnb or a vacation property, can hook you up with some people out there as well, so you can enjoy your stay. So I want to jump really quick into the comments. I see that it's kind of keeps warning me. You got comments coming in, so I got to address some of this. So Paul says giveaway. What am I doing here? So we're gonna do a giveaway, and if you guys can further expand on what that giveaway is gonna be, I love free lunch. So if that's what it is, we can do that. Here's a good one. Are there any hot springs nearby? So for Folsom, not really. It's more like a suburbs. But if you go up Highway 50 more into the Lake Tahoe area in El Dorado National Forest, in about a 2 or 3 hour drive, there was actually some that I've personally visited. They're kind of more on the outskirts. But yeah, you're looking at a 3 hour drive. So more of a day and a half trip, 2-day trip. But I can send you those as well. And that's something I definitely enjoy doing. Someone just wrote, Sam, love it. Thank you for saying that. I love you too. Excited to see you. Here we go. Any other questions you guys have about Folsom or any other things, please drop it in the comments below in the chat. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video so far about Folsom. I really am happy that you guys are tracking with us, joining into the show, enjoying it. If you guys have any more questions, always do the comments, subscribes, all of that. Now, if you guys are seriously considering about moving in the area, or maybe thinking about doing a transfer in the general Sacramento area, or even in California, reach out to me and my team. We'd love to help you guys out. If there's any way that we can answer some questions for you, or even do a quick consultation, I'm also going to put a link down below where you can schedule a 15-minute appointment with me, phone conversation or FaceTime or whatever you want to do. You can schedule 15 minutes with me, and I'll walk you through a consultation hand by hand, whether it's a good idea to move right now, whether you want to move up, downsize, move into another area, or even out of state. I'd love to meet with you and show you some possibilities with that. But as we're coming to the close, I really want to thank you guys for joining into the channel. I want to remind you again that we're going to be doing this every week, every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. If you guys think that we need to do this more often, we are considering going potentially 2 times a week live, thinking about maybe a Thursday or a Friday evening. If that's something that interests you guys, let us know in the comments below, so at least can get some sort of poll of where you're at with that. But thanks so much for tuning in. And I appreciate you guys. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you for those fire emojis. Peace and love. Take care.